So if we could start with easy running and see how you define that, for example, and then maybe just step through the different kinds of running you would go through in a program.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, look, I think, easy running is really important. It's something that I think we all kind of need to be doing, but I do think that a lot of people get it wrong. I think a lot of people run their easy runs too hard, and it's important to sort of figure out that balance, and it's a hard one to know intrinsically yourself, especially if you're sort of newer to running. Yeah. I think easy runs are important because they're going to build your aerobic fitness, but they also are really important at conditioning your bones and your tendons and your muscles to the sort of concussive, repetitive load that is running. And we need to be building that load consistently if we're going to get our bodies to adapt. I think where a lot of sort of people new to running and old to running really is that the cardiovascular fitness tends to come before the bone adaptation and tendon adaptation. And so it's quite easy to build fitness and think that things are going well and then inadvertently overdo it. So yeah, I think there's lots of different ways you can sort of try and put metrics around that. And if I've got really robust, power data on an athlete I've been working with for a while, then I'll get quite precise about the intensity there. But I think the biggest sort of rule of thumb for me that rings true is what your breathing's doing. And for me, easy long runs, you should be able to do nasal breathing. So as soon as you open your mouth, you're going too fast. And as soon as you open your mouth, it really changes what your physiology is doing too. So that's probably my big take home in terms of easy runs, is that you should be using your nose.
Wow, that's a great way to think of it. I've never thought of it like that. And that would, you can tell. Like you can tell when, for example, you're on a midweek long run and you sort of want to take it easy. And there's there's a very fine line between like, am I going too fast? Because maybe you're looking at Strava and you're like, oh, I just want to hit this pace, for example, which is not good.
No. I love Strava so much.
Do we have to delete Strava?
Can you see my eyes roll?
It's bad in that way because you lose track.
Don't delete Strava. Yeah, it's just don't bring an ego to the table.
I know it's difficult. It's like I want to hit 4:18 average on this run, but that's not very productive for the most part.
And I guess that's probably going to feed into the metrics that I use, and I'm sure we'll probably get into that. But yeah, I think nasal breathing is a big one to practice as well. It just changes how your body is utilizing oxygen, but also how you're dealing with carbon dioxide. And I think it really helps to build that aerobic fitness if you can sort of keep things proper, relaxed, and it'll feel really slow initially. You can sort of realistically, I find, because it does take a bit of time for you to warm up aerobically and to get that system really firing efficiently, you can probably stretch to inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. But after you settle into that sort of intensity, you should be able to eventually breathe in and out through your nose.
I think I've tried it and it felt uncomfortable. Maybe that's because I was going too fast.
Probably.
But it felt like almost scary. I don't know.
Yeah. And that's often like how your physiology is dealing with the carbon. So it's something that does take practice, and you can train that definitely as well. So, you can increase the intensity you can hold with nasal breathing. But, I think for people that are starting out to running, it's easy runs for me often even need to be a bit slower than conversational pace. They need to be